Hello there, it's your girl Daphne back with another video. This time I'm bringing Valentine's Day part 2 of my DIY series, and I'm so excited to be able to share these DIYs with you. So let's get started. This week we're utilizing 1 yard of fabric in any Valentine's print. So for the flag, you want to check whatever dimension that you're going to be planning on hanging this on. For me, I'm using my lamp post, so I'm making my flag 11 inches finished across and 15 inches long. So you see me here measuring it out, and I'm going to use the pinking shears to be able to give myself a clean edge. So I just wanted to let you guys know, for this year I did a vision board, and I found that by putting all of my thoughts down on the board, I feel like I'm so much more focused. I shared my vision board over on my Instagram account, so if you're interested in seeing what my goals and my visions are for this year, you can check me out over on Instagram. Because this is a no-sew project, I'm using Stitch Witchery to bond the seams. Just make sure when you measure out the Stitch Witchery that you leave a gap of 1.5 inches at the top so that you'll be able to do a little loop to be able to slide it onto the post. You're going to adhere the Stitch Witchery with an iron. I have mine on the cotton setting, and I'm leaving it on each area anywhere between 10 to 15 seconds to activate the glue. Now you can either leave your flag plain with just fabric, or you can do any type of embellishment that you want to add. For me, I'm using heartfelt shape appliques that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm attaching them to the front and back of the flag with the Stitch Witchery. Now I know I said no sew, but you need to run a basting stitch across the top of the flag just to make the little pouch that goes along the post. You could use Stitch Witchery if you prefer to not do this hand sewing step. So if you're going to use the Stitch Witchery, you would have applied the Stitch Witchery at the same time that you close the side seams. Our next DIY is a table runner. I'm using the full length of the fabric, which is 45 inches, and the width is going to be 12 inches. It'll be prepared the same way as my other fabric DIYs, which is finishing with the pinking shears at the end so that we do not have any unraveling of the fabric. On this runner, I'm also using a spare piece of fabric in white on the reverse side, and I'm making it smaller than the finished side of about an inch or an inch and a half clearance around the edge. And I'm going to be attaching the lining with Stitch Witchery to the front fabric. Now, as a second look to the original table runner, I'm using this infinity scarf that I got from the Dollar Tree. You're going to separate the infinity and you're going to make it a long strip, so you're just going to cut out the seam. I'm using the pinking shears, and what we're going to do is we're going to do pleats. So I'm basically folding back a pleat of about 1.5 inches in depth. You can make this, the depth of the pleat is your preference, but this is what I'm doing. I'm using Stitch Witchery to put in between the folds. and I'm continuing it across the full length of the fabric. And you're just going to iron and set the pleats in, and then you're going to cut it to the length of your runner. And in this case, I just left it free so that I can have either look, but you can attach it to the original table runner with stitch witchery if you prefer. For our third DIY is a floral hanger, and the measurements that I use is roughly 4 inches by 6, and you're going to be using the same pinking shears to finish the edges. And we're just going to cut that out, and we're going to use the stitch witchery to bond the seams. And the reason why I use the pinking shears is because I really first like the way the seams finish, and also you will not have any fraying at all because we're not turning the seams towards the inside. We're leaving the pinking as the edges. And as I said, we're using the stitch witchery, and we're also going to be using a little yarn as the hanger. So I'm attaching these to my kitchen cabinets, so depending upon if you're going to be hanging them on a wall with flowers in it, or if you're going to be doing the same type of technique of hanging, you want to measure your yarn to the appropriate length, and then you're going to use your iron and finish the seams. In the comments, let me know which is your favorite. So again, I just want to thank everyone for watching my video. I had so much fun showing you all these options that you can get out of 1 yard of fabric. So I just want to remind you, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and share with any friends and family that might like my content. Until the next time, have a blessed day.